Unfortunately, fellow Toastmasters, I had to miss out on one of these weeks' summer concerts because I was spending a week at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Now, this experience is a Naval Academy summer seminar, which is a program that they do every year to introduce upcoming seniors to the possibilities that the Academy has to offer. Their goal is to give seniors a very accurate view of what the Academy would be like in order to help them make an educated decision as to whether or not they would like to attend. Now, three things at the Academy truly inspired me and made me want to go there. The first was the people. The people were amazing. I really enjoyed both the leadership and my fellow students, classmates, unit mates. The leaders were all dedicated to making this an enjoyable experience and teaching us as much as they could about what the Academy is like. Not only did they love the Academy, they wanted us to love the Academy too. And that sort of leadership really made it easy for us to be able to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. My classmates were also fantastic. They were all similar people to me. They enjoyed the same things. They had the same interests. They had the same grades. They had the same extracurricular activities. And most importantly, they were all interested in a career in the military service. All of these things are some of the things that I feel define me. And so finding more people like that, who are few and far between, but it was quite an experience to have them all assembled from all over the country in one place. Now, my favorite memory of the people is a competition that we did one day. Now, they had two people from each of the 20 squads that were in attendance, and they all got up on stage for a game show-like competition where we were all supposed to answer questions about the various military bits and pieces of information and statistics and rates and all the things that we had to know. And the way it worked was the two people, one of them would start answering questions first, and then when they got out, the second person would step up to relieve them. I was the second person, and my partner was a very excellent answerer of questions and got most of them right. But throughout the entire time, my squad mates were screaming and yelling my name. Every time anyone would get a question right, I heard, "Yeah, Jonson! Go Jonson! Jonson!" It was amazing. It was very enjoyable. And when everyone else in all of the other companies everywhere could hear them cheering, they would look over and it was Jonson. Is he the one up there who's answering all the questions? They're like, no. He's the one behind him. So it was a very enjoyable experience, and I'm fairly certain that pretty much everyone there knew my name by the end of that particular event. The second thing I enjoyed was the food. The food there was fantastic. It was a very ceremonial experience. It's kind of interesting. When we would arrive, we would all stand behind our seats, and we weren't allowed to sit down until someone at the front of the room would ring a little bell, and then we'd all snap to attention facing the bell. And then they'd tell us we could sit down, and we'd all start eating. And it was this frantic activity for a couple moments as the chefs tried to bring out all the food, and they were feeding 800 people, and that was only a third of what they normally feed in this particular mess hall. It's one of the largest facilities in the world. The dormitory building is the largest facility in the world. The food itself was also fantastic. They had tons of food. There was always enough to eat. For breakfast one day we had eggs and steak and fish and cereal and toast and hash browns, all of the above. Everything you could possibly imagine. It was all there. So it was a very enjoyable experience, since food is one of my passions. The third thing that I really loved about the Naval Academy was the traditions that kind of existed there. There was a lot of history, a lot of fantastic stories to tell. There were all these monuments in various places. Some were more obscure. No one really knew what they commemorated, but they commemorated something. And there's something very significant there, whether it was a cannon sitting in the middle of a walkway, or a statue of General Stockdale, who was a hero in the Vietnam War and managed to sacrifice himself for the betterment of all the POWs. And he was a very inspirational figure, and I felt that maybe one day it could be my chance too to stand in his place and prove myself worthy of my country and of naval service, and possibly even get a monument dedicated to me at the Naval Academy. I feel that the Naval Academy was a very enjoyable experience for me, and spending a week there was something that I would probably never forget. And I hope to continue to enjoy the Naval Academy with being accepted as a midshipman next year. Thank you.